Kentucky is one of the best college basketball programs in the country. This past decade, they've been able to produce lottery picks every year under John Calipari. Some of them have become great NBA players, and others have been a disappointment. In this video, we're going to look at the most disappointing lottery picks to come out of Kentucky. Number 1 on this list is Kevin Knox. In high school, Kevin was ranked the 10th best player in the class of 2017. He was getting comparisons to players like Paul George and Tobias Harris. At his 1 year at Kentucky, he had a pretty solid season, averaging 15.6 points and 5.4 rebounds, shooting 44% from the field, 34% from 3, and 77% from the line. The Knicks ended up drafting him 9th in the 2018 draft. This was a big mistake by the Knicks, but this ain't nothing new. They always making mistakes in the NBA draft. In his 2 years with them, so far he's averaging 9.9 points and 3.7 rebounds, shooting 36% from the field, 33% from 3, and 69% from the line. The Knicks picked him over players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Michael Porter Jr., and Landry Shamet. He's still early in his career though, so he has time to turn it around. Number 2 on this list is Malik Monk. Malik Monk was a beast when he was at Kentucky. He led them in scoring, averaging 19.8 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.3 assists, shooting 45% from the field, 39% from 3, and 82% from the free throw line. I will never forget the game he had 47 points against North Carolina. That was one of the best college performances I ever witnessed. The Charlotte Hornets seen a lot of potential in him, so they drafted him with the 11th pick over guys like Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, and John Collins. He hasn't lived up to the expectations though. So far in his career, he's averaging 8.6 points, 1.9 rebounds, and 1.7 assists, shooting 39% from the field, 32% from 3, and 85% from the line. It's crazy how he's shooting 28% from 3 this year, when just a few years ago he was considered one of the best shooters in his draft class. I'll never forget when Jordan smacked him on the back of his head too. That was too funny. Number 3 on this list is Nerlens Noel. Coming out of high school, he was the number 1 player in the class of 2012. In his 1 year at Kentucky, he averaged 10.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, 4.4 blocks, and 2.1 steals, shooting 59% from the floor. Many people at the time thought he could become the next Mutombo. In 2013, the Pelicans drafted him with the 6th pick, when they could have drafted guys like CJ McCollum and Giannis, even though it was hard to tell. In his 7 seasons in the league, he hasn't lived up to that Mutombo hype. He's only averaging 8.1 points, 6.2 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 1.4 blocks. He made one of the worst decisions too when he didn't sign the 4-year, $70 million deal the Mavs offered him in 2017. Instead, he ended up signing a 1-year, $4.1 million deal. Number 4 is Willie Cauley-Stein. He was a very similar player to Nerlens Noel at Kentucky, but instead of being there for 1 year, he was there for 3. In his junior season, he averaged 8.9 points, 6.4 rebounds, 1.7 blocks, and 1.2 steals, shooting 57% from the floor. These numbers aren't that good, but somehow this got him to get drafted 6th in the 2015 draft over guys like Devin Booker and Justice Winslow. His career averages so far are 9.6 points and 6.3 rebounds, shooting 53% from the field, 21% from 3, and 61% from the line. Many people thought he was going to be a big part of the Warriors this year, but they ended up trading him to the Mavs for a 2nd round pick. Number 5 is Trey Lyles, who was in the same draft class as Willie Cauley-Stein, but got drafted with the 12th pick to the Jazz right before Devin Booker. I don't know why the Jazz would do that. It was a really bad decision. Imagine if they would have drafted Booker though, that would have been crazy. At Kentucky, Lyles averaged 8.7 points and 5.2 rebounds, shooting 48% from the field, 13% from 3, and 73% from the line. For his career in the NBA, he has very similar stats. He's averaging 7.4 points and 4.2 rebounds. He got comparisons to Carlos Boozer, but he hasn't lived up to them comparisons at all. Lastly, number 6 is Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. He has to be one of the worst number 2 picks of all time, if not the worst. I know they won a chip and all, and he was a big part of that team, but I still feel like he should have never been picked anywhere near number 2. He really got picked higher than players like Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, and Andre Drummond. For his career, he's averaging 8.5 points and 5.4 rebounds, shooting 47% from the field, 27% from 3, and 71% from the line. It's looking like his time in the NBA is going to be up too. This year for the Mavs, he only averaged 0.4 points, shooting 14%. This was the number 2 pick too. I don't know why people don't talk about him more when it comes to draft busts. Do you think Kentucky will have any disappointments in this year's NBA draft? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more vids. Peace.